Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad HAZIM bin BAHARUDIN 1213089. The issue I want to bring up is about teacher shortage problem. The problem of teacher shortage is a critical problem for some schools. Based on data up to 19 September 2021, there are 21,564 teacher vacancies in MOE school nationwide. Among the causes of this happening are mentality of education graduates. In fact, every person includes them are in pursuit of wealth in short term, so they more interested in venturing into business. Next, lack facilities. Certain schools have problem in adequate facilities. Sometimes their teachers' room can only accommodate 5 to 6 teachers. Lastly is school location, which complicates the teachers' movement. Next is perspective from administration, which they say lack of teachers causes teachers to not be able to focus highly on specific students, and from teachers' perspective, in teacher are not able to control the student, and this will cause some problem among the students. The suggestion to solve this problem is increase allowance and salaries. This way will attract more education graduates. Next, administration must provide stately facilities that can attract graduates to become teachers. Lastly, let the teacher focus on one subject only. So we need more teachers to make us become wealthy. In conclusion, teacher shortage are not a new thing. It has been around for a long time. Therefore, it needs to be curbed immediately to be able to produce new proactive teaching staff.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Najib. My metric number is 1213107. The next issue is sexual harassment between teachers and students. Recently, sexual harassment in the education sector has become a growing issue. On June 3, the Daily News reported that a religious teacher was arrested on suspicion of sexual harassment on students at one of the schools in Kuala Kelantan. Factors contributing towards emergence of issues are due to lack of understanding teaching ethics and emotional stress while working on teachers. Teachers who do not understand teaching ethics will be exposed to bad things like this issue. Teachers are also vulnerable to emotional stress while performing their duties as teachers and become the cause of sexual harassment. Sometimes the students themselves who attract the attention of teachers to commit these bad habits. In addition, there are many perspectives on this issue. Among them is the perspective of school administrators who consider this issue very serious. Next, parents need to play fully in supervising their children to prevent from sexual harassment. Suggestion to overcome this issue are teachers should understand teaching ethics in depth, because a good understanding it can avoid sexual harassment against students. And the government should enforce stricter laws on teachers who sexually harass students, such as increasing penalties under the Sexual Harassment Act. Teachers should also be professional and not bring eternal issues such as problematic household issues and others. In conclusion, sexual harassment is a very serious issue because it has many negative effects on students especially. All parties must play a role in overcoming this problem of sexual harassment. That's all from me. I will pass to the next presenter.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad BAKRI. My number matric is 1213098. Today I would like to present the next issue, which is laws against students. Introduction. On May 9, 2022, local newspaper report the teacher allegedly beat the student to a bruise on the arm, swelling of the cheek at one of the schools in Kulim, Kedah. Laws against students need to be adjusted according to the passage of time and the type of offence committed. Effective legislation will provide awareness to students. Factor number 1. Excessive punishment. Teachers should punish the students in accordance with the offence committed, because it is clear that severe punishment will cause students to resent the teacher. Number 2. Teachers who are too emotional. Teachers should be good at controlling emotions and not bring personal matters to school. Number 3. The passage of time. Teachers must adapt the punishment given according to the age and situation of today's students. Number 4. unforgivable student faults. The school must submit serious cases involving students who could not be resolved to the police. Perspectives from students. This issue will be emphasized, and the teacher will not have to take a hasty decision. From teachers, this problem can be solved if it is taken action in accordance with the prescribed standards. From the government, punishment that can leave a detrimental effect on students need to be act open. Suggestions. Number one, punish with the intention of educating. Teachers should not punish because of anger and hatred. Number two, hand it over to the authorities. Teachers should not take action on their own, such as drug abuse cases and so on. Number three, according to the latest circular, teachers must follow the circular issued by the government. Conclusion. These laws must have a law so that the guilty party will be punished and the fate of the righteous party is defended.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is REDHUAN bin HASSAN 1213065. The issue I want to bring out is teacher burden. The burden on teacher creates a lot state education. Based on article on 2 April 2010, teachers are forced to comply with the instruction issue by the superior at different stage, so that there is a waste of time and that affect their responsibility to teach. The factor is teacher needs to do other tasks besides teaching. The lack of school staff, a benchmark too high, student attitudes are less pleasant. Then there are perspective on teacher and school administrator. From teachers, we are burdened when we need to take into account all the angles, especially with curricular work and curricular activity that affect our focus on teaching. From school administrator, indeed, the administrator acknowledge that this issue exists and that the superior are trying not to burden the teacher. There are some suggestions to this issue. The first is focus on teaching areas only. Then, appreciate every service. Next, provide full support and cooperation to teachers. Conclusion is, all parties should not underestimate the burden of a teacher. Superior should not